Hi, welcome to Maxwell Comics Incorporated. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell, and today this is American Horror Story Season 6, Roanoke, Episode 4, called Chapter 4. And let's just get up into this episode. So basically, we pick up where we left off. Lee goes to jail. That's it with Lee. We don't see Lee for the rest of the episode. So then we got Matt and Shelby in there arguing. And Matt and Shelby, Matt Shelby's like, who is this girl? I saw you, Matt, And, Matt is like, and Matt broke down crying. Like, I don't know, I don't remember. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Shelby, you done made this man cry. But, yeah. So after that, we cut to a scene of Shelby the next day going in to take a shower or whatever. So she opens the shower and Pigman comes out. The headless Pigman. I don't think it's the same Pigman from season 1, but apparently the Pigman she saw roasting at the stake. So she sees Pigman, and Pigman is out trying to kill her. So she's like, Matt! And I'm like, oh my god, Matt can't hear you, honey. But then, sure enough, Matt actually heard her. When he came up, Pigman was still there. So they run up from Pigman. Of course, he's a spirit, so he pops up everywhere. And then, as soon as we know it, here pops out Elias from that video about the nurses. So, yeah. And then Elias hits him in the back with a cleaver, but he gets up, and you know what? Elias says? Croatoan. And poof, he goes away. I'm like, you gotta love that Croatoan. Anyway, so he gets to go divulging his backstory. He's like, yeah, I own the house. I only lived in here for 6 months, but I owned the house for a couple of years, and I was basically kind of warding people off because I would inform people about the history of the house so they wouldn't buy it. But I got backed up on some texts, so I lost the house, and then you bought it. You dummy. You dumb people bought it. So now I gotta get this from you. And, Matt is like, kind of skeptical, but then he goes into more detail about the nurses, and we get into the detail of how they died. So, the townspeople from, Roanoke come out, and they go, and they take them outside, and first thing they do with the first nurse is they, get her arms like this. They tie a rope to both her arms, but they're not together, they're kind of pulled out apart. And they basically just pull and rip her arms off. And I'm like, ah. And the butcher gonna be like, murdering witches, murdering witches with a capital B. And I'm like, says the queen murderer herself. Boy, girl, bye, have a seat. Anyway, so that's how they kill the first nurse. The second nurse, they cut off her head while she's grieving for her lover/sister. They just said they were really, really close sisters. They didn't say they were lovers. I don't know. People are just making that up that they're lovers, but whatever. So yeah, that's how they died. And Elias is like, I can totally show you where Yellow Flora is. Actually, but before that, they're like, oh my god, Flora's dead. I'm sorry, I heard about that on the news, but Flora's dead. I'm sorry, boo. And he's like, no, because the butcher adds that she's dead. And they're like, no. This is a little girl named Priscilla. He's like, oh, Priscilla, I know where Priscilla goes. Oh, okay, so they go, right? And they go into the woods in the bright day, and they just come across all the ghosts in Florida. And I'm like, so you telling me, we have search parties. Everybody out look for her, and they find her in the woods in 2 seconds. Alive and well. Anyway, so yeah. So they get there, right? And before they go, he was talking about all these stories. Okay, so there was a Chin family, right, that lived there before. And they, are immigrants from China. And, they're sitting there and they're watching Adam's family, a Partridge family or something, and and they hear these weird footsteps. I'm like, is it our little girl? And it's mama, the daddy, and the two little girls. I'm like, so they said, is that the other little sister, whatever? So the other sister comes inside, so just all four of them are in the family room, right? And then, but they still hear those footsteps upstairs. So of course, they always prey on children first. So the little girl goes upstairs and they're like, oh no 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 wait. And then I guess they get upstairs and there's like a bunch of pigs up there, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then so basically they pray to their Buddhist gods or their Chinese gods or their ancestors to protect them, but they were no match for actually, that's actually something I would like to see. I would actually like to see Buddhist spirits versus Evil Dead spirits, Christian spirit. Just that could be the theme of next season. You could do like an angels and demons type thing. Ryan Murphy, call me, call me. Anyway, so and about my anyway, I say anyway a lot. I got that from watching The Soup. Joel McHale, he always be like anyway. So that's where I pulled that from. I'm sorry if it's annoying, but whatever. So anyway, after that, he also tells another story about these three hunters that came up there for a week for a little hunting trip, and apparently the spirits came over them and they ended up all shooting each other. So back to Flora. When they go to see Flora, right? All those little dead people are all up in there. So a rule of thumb in American Horror Story: if you die in a spiritually if this place is spiritually charged, you die there, your spirit is stuck there forever. Like in Murder House, if you die in the murder house, you stay in the murder house forever as a ghost. Or like in hotel, if you die in the hotel, you're a ghost in the hotel. Like here, but Roanoke's a little bit different. If you die in the house, you're a ghost, and if you die on that land or property or whatever, you're still a ghost. So yeah, it's kind of a bigger range than the hotel, or because the hotel and the rental house they're confined to one building, unlike Roanoke. So yeah, and they get to Flora, but these hunters come out and they shoot a lot with arrows, and if they're arrows, dodge them, dang. Seafood's like, and why would they have arrows? Why do they have arrows in that guns? And then maybe it's a really long time ago before they had rifle guns, but whatever. So they run in, and then I really hate that they left Elias like that, because I feel like if Elias and Cricket would have worked together, they could have got that Flora. Anyway, so they get back to the house, and Elias is dead and whatever, and the Cricket's back. Cricket's like, now you ready to do things my way now? So Cricket is there, right? And then they're basically talking like, well, we were supposed to get off the land, but since Shelby had to go cause all that mess, you got sidetracked, so you couldn't leave. You had to deal with Shelby's mess. So shame on you, Shelby. But I get you, because I probably would have done the same petty stuff. Anyway, so after that, they're like, they go out. Actually, he goes out, and he goes out to talk to spirits, because he has a plan in mind. And then he comes back and he's like, "Are you okay? Did you meet the butcher?" He's like, "No, I'm." This is one of the rarest times I'm a curse, but the line was so perfect. I have to. He said, "No, I didn't meet the butcher. I'm." No, it was like, no. He said, "I met the bitch with the real power," and I'm like, "Ah!" Then you know who that is? Gaga, it's Gaga, it's Gaga, it's Gaga, it's Gaga. I really want. Singing was not a big part of last season. Singing was singing and music was a big part of Freak Show, and and there was, I think, one or two singing numbers in Asylum, and there was some singing in Coven. But there was no singing in Hotel, which I was really kind of disappointed in, because Gaga was in it. Gaga's in this one, so I think they should do some Gaga-ish. So she should show off her singing talents somewhere up in here. Like when she's like later in the episode when she's making love to, well, not making love, she's trying, she's screwing. I'm not gonna say making love because I'm not. So when she was screwing, man, she it could have been like bad romance, like rah rah ah ba ba rah 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 ga ga ooh la, that song. Why she, stuff to put, utilize her acting talent and her singing talent. That's all I'm talking about. No, back to her storyline anyway in the show. So he's like, I met her and I bargained and I gave her something she really wanted, which was you, Matt. And they're like, what? And he's like, well, you don't actually have to sleep with her. You just have to, play her until we get Flora and then guys can leave. Okay, good enough, friend. But he goes back out, but he's like, there's a spell to break this all. I'm gonna go back and get some herbs and spices and whatnot. So he leaves, right? Now, while he's in the car, he has Uber driver. He was like, this attractive Uber driver, which I didn't know was attractive. And this is still a documentary style, so all this thing with Matt and Shelby and everything, they're actors. And the real people, like Lily Rabe and the other guy, those other people and stuff, who are sitting in interviews, those are the real actual people. So we get to the Uber driver, right? And the Uber driver was like, the Uber driver, documentary person was actually attractive. I was like, why didn't you get someone who looked more like the? They got this like 40-year-old, that guy from the villain from The Mummy Returns. That guy, he kind of like a shaven gown guy. Kind of looks like the guy from The Mummy Returns. And I'm like, So anyway, that's all I was saying. Because they were like, they looked completely different. I was like, oh, okay, so why do you, whatever. So, yeah, back. So he's in the Uber car, right? And Cricket is the funniest thing. He's like, have you ever heard of gay for pay? And he's like, skirt! But he didn't skirt because he heard the gay for pay. He skirt because he saw Flora running by him. He was like, it was just a question. And I'm like, now I've seen this actor in a couple of things. I've seen him. He's been in Coven. I've seen him on Reba. I've seen him on. He's kind of a guest star. Goes around and around. Maybe he's been in some other shows too. Yeah, and that's how he really talks about his accent, And I don't know if he's gay or I don't know the actor's name. I don't know if he's gay or because he kind of comes off as a stereotypical kind of flamboyant type of person. But I'm not gonna assume he's gay because that's just me being hypocritical because people always assume I'm gay because of my high voice and I'm kind of feminine and so I'm not gonna assume that about people. But anyway, back to Cricket. So Cricket is like, that's the question, and then he sees it was Flora, so he gets out and goes around. He's like, well, and the cab driver's like, well, he got out, and I just was worried. I left, and I'm like, you've seen this girl on the news. It's been everywhere. You could not see it, even if you're on Instagram or something. You've seen it or Snapchat or something, even because you look kind of young. Even if it's that, ignore that phone. Ignore it. Back to what I was saying though, because I'm sorry. Back to what I was saying though, because you've seen this little girl because she's been on everything. She's been on everything. So why would you do that? Like why? Like why would you've seen this little girl? Why wouldn't you call the cops or something? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so he goes out and then we really don't see what happened to him. Another side note. When Gaga's talking to him, she gives him her backstory, right? So Gaga's people used to play the Romans, like the old Roman gods or whatever, like the old gods. So when she was she was a stowaway on a ship to the New World, but the ship was kind of rocky, as you know, back then. Things didn't go as planned for the people in the ship, so they blamed it on her. And like, you're a witch because you caused it. It's basically blame the woman instead of owning up that you just didn't know how to sail. They're gonna burn her at the stake like a witch. So what she does is she goes to this, and she prays to her gods, and her gods are kind of angry and they kind of want blood. So she kills his guard as she seduces him with her Gaga assets, and basically she that's how she basically became this crazy witch lady. Someone's really trying to get in contact with me. Hold up, wait a minute. So we get back to Shelby and them, and we get back to Shelby and them, and they trying to and Matt wakes up because Shelby's asleep, and Matt goes down there, and Matt's like sees Lady Gaga, and he's in a trance again. And he's like, it's the best. She shared her whole story with me. It's the best thing I've ever seen. And the backstory I just gave you on Gaga was the backstory that they showed when they were, screw it. And yeah, so while that's happening, Shelby wakes up. She's like, Matt. I thought she was gonna walk in and screw him, and she was gonna break up with him. I thought Shelby was gonna walk in and see them and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, we get the butcher and her clan, and the butcher and her clan go and they basically kill Cricket, and Flora's there, and they about to kill Flora, and Flora, before she can kill Flora, Priscilla pushes her out of the way, and they, Matt and Shelby and them now take her in the house. By this time, Matt gotten out of his trance, and they go in the house. And she was like, the man. And they're like, what are you talking about? And it basically kind of cuts off there. And this was a nice episode. This is a good episode. We got some backstory. We got some more of this. And basically, we also got more stuff from the butcher. Basically, the reason why they're cursed there is because they want us to go home because they're like, hey, we can't do this pagan witch stuff. We Christians. And I'm like, good, go Christians. So basically, they do a plan because basically Lady Gaga's pulling the butcher strings, and they give the villagers these poison apples, and they all foam up and die, and the butcher kills all of them, and they're like, our blood is consecrated on this land, and we will forever haunt the land. And she gives the thing, and it was kind of a voodoo curse basically, and that's why they're all there. And this was a nice episode. This was a cool episode. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the season. And I will be letting y'all go now. This has been another presentation of Maxwell Comics Incorporated. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell. I'll see you next time.